Hey everybody, and welcome back to Chasing the Gotcha. My name is Bubba. Today we have Sara here. Sara, welcome.
Hello,
So for
hello,
those of
Baba.
you who are new here, what Chasing the Gotcha is we talk to people in the coffee industry, coffee professionals, and talk to them about their experience with the gotcha. So the first question I have for you, Sara, is what do you do in the coffee industry?
I'm Sara Alali. I'm from Saudi Arabia. I'm a barista trainer and Q grader. I'm also the second in Middle East and North Africa in the Jazve Ebrik Championship. And I was the first to represent Saudi Arabia in the World Jazve Ebrik Championship.
Interesting.
And also, I'm a partner in that cafe in Saudi Arabia. It's a brand new cafe. It's been like 3 months now.
Yeah, congratulations on that. I've been watching and following you guys on Instagram. It's a really beautiful, beautiful location.
Yeah,
So, all
thank
right.
you.
So, in talking about gotchas, what is your personal definition of a gotcha?
Okay, so I first heard about this uh, term applied to espresso.
Mhm.
So I know that taste is subjective and it might be different things for different people. And for me personally, it's even in different stages in my life and my career, it meant different things.
Yeah.
So I remember I would say it's the perfectly extracted shot of coffee. And it could be even not only espresso, it could be drip coffee or even jazve ibrik, which I enjoy. So it can be any kind of coffee.
Yeah,
That's well extracted. It's balanced and a cup of coffee that I would enjoy because usually I don't enjoy drinking espresso because it's so like it gets sour sometimes
mhm.
and high acidity. But I know when this shot is made really well, like it has the balance and the sweetness and the fruitiness and
Mhm.
everything in it. And I would finish it from the first sip to the final drip.
Mhm.
So it's like if I finish my cup, I know it's the gut shot.
Do you remember the very first time you finished your cup? The very first time you realized like, wow, this you didn't know what it was called probably at the time, but like this is
Yeah.
like the gotcha. Do you remember your first time?
Yeah, it was, I think in 2014 or 15, and it was in France. I visited a specialty roaster and cafe, and they had this amazing coffee. And I honestly don't remember what origin or what
Mhm.
coffee I had, but it was an espresso and it was really good. And it was like, wow, is this coffee or I haven't been drinking good coffee before, or
Yeah.
it made me think about things differently.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember I went to France too, and a lot of places in Europe, they usually have like a darker roasted kind of cut with a robusta. And like you said, taste is subjective. So the people that live there, that to them that's beautiful. But
Yeah,
if you operate in that specialty coffee world, it's a little different. So it was a
yeah,
specialty coffee space you found in France. You said
yeah.
that's pretty cool. Now the experience that you had there, has that shaped your career, your path at all within coffee?
Yeah, it did because like at that time, it's around 2013. I was thinking about opening my own cafe and having this wonderful coffee, but I didn't know much about coffee. So I thought
Mm.
all coffee is the same. It's either Brazil or Colombia. And then when I went to, I would call it specialty coffee tour. So I went into a tour in France and they had these new cafes and roasteries there. And when I tried the coffee, I was like, wow, like we can do something with coffee. Like it's not just Brazil or Colombia. Like we have coffees
Mm.
from different origins. And I started looking into more into coffee and learning more about coffee. So it was an eye opener.
Well, so that kind of started the journey
The
in a
spark.
way. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
spark that lighted kind of what you're doing now. And from what I hear, that is kind of like the ultimate coffee experience, at least in your area right now.
Yeah.
So best equipment, best coffee. So it's kind of cool.
It is kind of it's like the experience. It was the experience that changed the way I think about coffee. So it could be, today could be something else. It could be different. So I have this, I remember during the lockdown, I was trying different coffees and I never finished my coffee. It's like, what is wrong with the roasteries here? What is wrong with these coffees? And then one day, a friend of mine sent me a gift. It was like a pack of different coffees. And I was like, okay, so it's the same coffee. And then when I brewed the coffee, it was like, wow, this is really juicy.
Oh, interesting.
And yummy. And then, when I used to, when I sleep, I wake up, I want to drink water.
Yeah.
At that time, I said, I want to drink coffee.
How funny.
And it was like, it was like constantly in my mind. And every time, like, I feel thirsty, I go and drink coffee, not water.
I mean, there's water in it, but.
So at that stage, this one was my gut shot.
That's super interesting. Wow. And when you do try the right coffees, it does change your perspective a little bit on like what coffee could and should be. You're like, wow, like, okay, it doesn't need to be the way I've been experiencing for such a long time.
Yeah.
So do you have any like roasters or coffee shops in your area or places that you travel that you would recommend people to check out in hopes that they can kind of experience a gotcha or something similar to that?
I haven't been traveling a lot lately since COVID, but like the cafe that I really like in France is Substance. It's really good cafe, and it's like a whole experience. I really like it. And every time I visit France, I have to go to that cafe. And in Saudi Arabia, of course, it's that cafe. I would recommend. Yeah. So we have this really, I can't say it's a gut shot for the espresso we're serving. So we have this Yemeni coffee, and it's a special processing method. And it's so fruity and juicy. So many people would say it's more like a juice than coffee. So it's wow. Like, I see people's reactions, and when they drink it, like they start talking and having a conversation, even when they're alone. Yeah. Like, wow, what is this and what I'm drinking? And so, and the smile, when you see the smile, wow, you've done it.
You're talking, my mouth is watering. It still is. Because that's my favorite espresso, and that's the first time I've experienced something similar. It was juicy. I'm like, whoa! Like, I think what I realized though too is a lot of people tend to under extract, and they don't pull the sugars that they need to pull out. It's so interesting. But when you take it far enough out, it does have that like juicy, really juicy, vibrant. Like the sugar to counterbalance the acidity, kind of just perfect, Yeah, it keeps going. So that's awesome. So we'll make some notes of that. I guess the last question is, where can people find you if they want to get a hold of you? Maybe where's that cafe? Information about that and stuff like that.
So that boutique cafe is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and you can find us at thatcafe.sa. That's our Instagram account, and my personal account is S_F_Ali. ALI.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you for the information. Thank you for taking the time to kind of chat with us and kind of share your experiences. We really appreciate it. And for those who are watching, we're going to make sure that all of the information that Sara shared will be in the show notes for you to go check out. So thanks again, Sara. You have a good rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
You too. Thank you. Bye.